This is where it all started for me, right out there in the middle of this lake. My life would forever change that day. My boat got away from me and I jumped into a chilly 52 degrees. As my body began to shut down, I began to struggle and drown, and my last resort was to pray. I remember what I asked God that day. Save me, Lord, so I can see my son again, and I will change and live my life for you. Welcome to Surrender Outdoors. This week we're chasing big Kansas whitetails with a bow, and I mean big. This segment of Surrender Outdoors is brought to you by Tishomingo Chevrolet. We do what it takes. And by Out on a Limb Tree Stands. Don't just hunt where you can, hunt where you want.
This, in my opinion, this would be your most killable deer, and I would say he's on a every third day kind of a routine. He's there almost every night, but about every third day he's there during the daylight. Just a real pretty tall mainframe 9-point.
Okay folks, it is September 11th. I am here in Kansas, in Chinook, Kansas, hunting with Little Toledo Lodge and one of my sponsors, Billy Blackburn. And it's hot. We got a north wind that's blowing though. It's about 86, 87 degrees. We got a 7-8 mile per hour north wind. I've already busted one buck getting in the stand, but here's what I'm after. I've got the Obsession bow and the muzzleloader. Here in Kansas, you can hunt with a bow during muzzleloader season, but you have to wear hunter's orange. So anyways, I'm gonna get settled in. Everything's really tight in here. I had a pretty good buck bedded about, I don't know, 35 yards from the stand, and he's spooking and blue. So while I was hanging the equipment, but anyways, let's get settled in and I hope for a good evening, our first evening here in Kansas.
Does the new Sag Daddy grunt tube by Fan Collector Calls with its realistic fleshy sound actually work?
I use the FCC's Sag Daddy Fan Collector Calls. It sounds so real.
Hello, Tex Homeland. Ken Lefevre's here with Tishomingo Chevrolet. I'd like to invite you to our dealership. If you're looking for a hometown family business you can trust, Tishomingo Chevrolet is exactly what you're looking for.
From our fully trained, award-winning service staff to our professional and personal sales department, 100% customer satisfaction is our goal.
We don't do price gimmicks and play games to waste your valuable time and money. Simply put, we are a proud small-town dealership and we do what it takes.
Welcome back. This segment of Surrender Outdoors is brought to you by Better the Hunt introduces the insulated bow mitt. With a cold weather rating of minus 40 to 40, this mitt is legit. Inclement weather? Not an issue. Better the Hunt. It's what we do. Surrender Outdoors is also brought to you by Gun Nuts, Taco Casa, BM Surveying, Westside Family Dentistry, Mackey Home Furnishings, and Shamrock Bank. Well, here we are in Kansas on a summertime pattern. You know, the temps have been in between 95 and 100 degrees, and you know, we're there in the middle of September, so it's hot, you know, and I can't hunt my #1 target buck in the mornings due to access. I can only hunt him in the evenings and can only hunt him on a certain wind. So you know, we get a cold front, a north wind comes in, it drops the morning temperature down to about 50. So I can't stand it anymore, just hunting the last 2 evenings. I've got to get out there in the morning. So with that wind, can't hunt the #1, so we go hunt the #3 target buck. And lo and behold, he shows up, and once we get a good look at him, you know, we just realize he's not the buck that we thought he was, you know, on the trail cams, on the coverts. So, you know, we just take some footage of him and watch him, let him eat, let him do his thing. There is another buck in here that was close to him, but a 10 point that would score higher. We're just hoping that he comes in. But anyways, with everything changing, we might have to change strategies and go after that big 9.
is September 13th. This is the evening hunt. We are hunting the Big 9 tonight. I've got Trace Goodwin with Little Toledo Lodge behind the camera tonight. So we're sneaking across this field. We're gonna get set up and we're hunting with the Obsession bow. We'll pull the muzzleloader out tomorrow if we can't get it done, but we're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna put one of these whitetail stalker arrows through one of them. So let's get in. It's hot, but we're hoping for a good evening.
Well, the 9-point is here. The buck will come in here after, and he just won't give me a shot. He just keeps turning and turning the wrong way and feeding. When he does turn broadside, you know, I've got a limb with some beans hanging down off of it. I can't shoot through that, so I'm squatted down as much as I can in my stand, trying to make the shot, and the light is fading fast. I mean, we've been watching him for 20 minutes, and I'm just losing light.
Need to upgrade your forage equipment? Want high-quality premium features without the added cost? Take on your toughest jobs with field-proven hay tools. Kubota's disc mowers, disc mower conditioners, rakes, tedders, and balers are ready to meet the demands of your farm. Now get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 84 months on select Kubota hay tools. See your local Kubota hay tool dealer today.
At Textile Utility Equipment in Durant, and you can see us online at textileutilities.com.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter, like finding your phone when you leave it on vibrate. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Pear Sandblasting and Painting is a mobile on-site company where we come to you. We can blast and paint fencing, gates, trailers, tanks, homes, barns, and all kinds of industrial equipment. Whether residential or commercial, we can blast and paint just about anything. So give us a call and let us make your stuff look like new. Brian Appraisal and Realty, where integrity still matters. Contact Justin Boone for all your farm, ranch, and recreational property needs, located anywhere in the state of Oklahoma.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on problems that actually matter, like figuring out which remote turns the TV on. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Welcome back. This segment of Surrender Outdoors is brought to you by Light Feeds, makers of Trophy Maker Antler Blaster Deer Feed, formulated to not only grow big bucks, but attract them too. Check us out for a dealer near you. Surrender Outdoors is also brought to you by Racing J Signs and Designs, Bushwhackers Land Clearing, K&D Customs, HHA Sports, and Blackburn Plumbing. Well, what can I say? I just choked, kicked a field goal right between his antlers. There's a couple of variables that contributed to that. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I'm only human. Us guys that get paid to do this mess up too, and I sent it right between his antlers. Well, I can't believe what just happened. I don't think he can either. He jumps out there about 45 yards, and to my surprise, he stops. He's looking around. He has no clue what just went through his antlers, what just sailed by him. So anyways, I grab another arrow, I nock it, I adjust the HHA sight to 45 yards. I know he's between 45 and 47. I just ranged that cedar tree earlier in the afternoon, and I knew he was standing behind it. So I get it knocked, pull back, let another whitetail stalker fly. Alright, well here's the deal. It looks like I did hit him, or it doesn't look like I did hit him. Looks like I hit him back. Gut shot, we could smell it before we got to the arrow, but we checked the arrow and it's got punch on it, so we are backing out. We're going to get another hunter, and we're not even going to go in there until in the morning. Alright, I just got word Trace is running the camera. I get emotional with this stuff. It's because I love it. He just found my buck, so it was a long night last night. And I ain't got to see him yet, so I ran my fat butt all the way back to the truck to get my bow. So let's go in here and see him. Oh. Oh my word. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Trace. Thank you, Billy. I got Billy standing behind Trace. He's the one that made this hunt happen for me. I don't know what to say, folks. I'm just, you can see in the footage I missed him the first time. And he stopped at 45 yards, and I launched another one, and we're shooting the veteran broadheads and whitetail stalker aftershocks, and I know I made a bad hit, or I thought it was bad, but we backed out. You know, a lot of people don't back out at the right time. They want to keep pushing, and me and Trace went to the arrow, saw what was on it, and I'm glad we backed out. It paid off, because if we would have walked 10 yards further, we'd have pushed this deer, and no telling how far he would have went. This is the biggest 9-point I've ever shot. One of the bigger frame deers I've ever shot with a bow. I've been really blessed to kill some big deer with a bow, but man, what a buck. Golly, I can't believe it, man. It was a long night last night. I thought there's no way we're gonna find him. I didn't have any faith at all. Did you see my post on Facebook?
Yeah, I did.
Man, everybody's like, you're gonna find him, you're gonna find him, I know you're gonna find him.
I didn't realize that deer was that big, man. Trail cam pics didn't do that injustice. You made a good shot. Look at the shot right there.
Is that my exit? Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. Trace was right. Trace said that kicked your arrow to the left.
Look at that deer, Cliff. It's a giant.
Hey, Cliff.
Man,
That's one of the biggest 9 points I've ever seen.
congratulations. What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now it's time for Fan Collector Calls Tip of the Week.
Guys, today we're going to talk about moving into our deer hunting area and trying to stay as scent free as possible. Okay, there's a good scent block clothing you can get, but I mean, not everybody can afford that stuff. There are different things you can do to help you out when you're in the woods, when you're checking your game camera, when you're going to your stand, when you're climbing up those tree spikes or that ladder stand, whatever. A lot of things I do and done it for years. I wear rubber boots. Okay, you can wear rubber boots or even hip boots. Take them off when you get up in your stand. If you're hunting in an area that has cattle or horses, okay, you know there's cattle and horses in there. Great thing to do where you park at is to gather up cow manure. Bring it in fresh. Have a pile right there. When you crawl out of that truck, get in that stuff. That's something they're used to smelling. You move in there and you don't think about it much, but you drove that same truck to church Sunday and spilled a pop in the floorboard. You got it all over your boots. You don't know that when you get out, so you step in that cow manure, which takes that scent away, or horse or whatever's in that area. Another thing I do, may laugh at them guys right there. Disc gloves. Put them on. Guys, when you go to your stand, try not to touch anything. Try to avoid limbs and all. When you climb that tree stand, ladder stand, have these dudes on. Don't leave any scent there. Get up in there, pull these suckers off, put them in a pack or something you got with you. Guys, the best thing you can do is try to be scent free in there when you're entering that buck's bedroom, okay? Try not to let him know you're there. When you're checking cameras, whatever, don't let him know you're there. Good luck to you. God bless you guys. Tear them up this year and show us some big bucks.
As you can see, we take our testing seriously.
Obsession Bows, maker of the new fixation line, invites you to visit your local Obsession dealer and experience the difference.
Come see our full line of tracker fishing boats here at Tadpoles Marine.
Grizzly bow fishing boats. Nitro. Tracker Super Guide.
Tracker Pro 175.
Or the Tracker Targa V20.
Come see us at Tadpoles Marine.
Your authorized tracker boats dealer.
Visit our new location in Hugo. Have you had the frustration of trying to mount your game camera to a T-post with zip ties or baling wire, but the first time you check it, find it pointing at the ground? I have. My name is Art Greep with Gunny Art Products. I'm the inventor of T-Mate, the T-post game camera mount. T-Mate is a rugged steel bracket. Just attach your camera to it, slip it over a T-post, and latch it in place. T-Mate will end your zip tie and baling wire frustration. Order yours today at tpostmount.com. That's tpostmount.com.
Justin Boone with Bryan Appraisal and Realty, specializing in farm, ranch, and recreational properties right here in Oklahoma. So give Justin a call, because integrity still matters.
Hey boys, here's your triple T's. Save some jakes for you.
Close the deal with Fan Collector Calls.
Welcome back. This segment of Surrender Outdoors is brought to you by Well, looking back on this hunt, a couple of different things stood out to me as I was reflecting on it, and the first thing that really stood out to me was just the thought that I had failed to make the shot, which I did. I mean, you saw where I just, it's funny now, but I sent that arrow through that deer's antlers. But to be after one of my target bucks and have somebody there filming me and trying to make it all come together, and you know, thank God for second chances. He stops out there at about 47 yards, and and I'm able to make the shot, but still I thought that I had failed, because I thought I made a bad shot. I just couldn't see the arrow hit because I shot at the deer standing behind a cedar tree. I mean, I could see his shoulder, but just didn't see the arrow hit, and I just thought I'd made a big mistake. And I put a post on social media, and that brings the second thing that really stood out to me. You folks at home, friends, family, everybody that just responded on Facebook and through private message, sending me a personal text message or calling me that night. I think I was on the phone till about midnight talking to different guys about the situation and what had happened, going through it. And all you guys that were just praying for me and giving me encouragement. Hey, you're gonna find the deer. You made a good shot, and that just brings me to what we should be doing as Christians. To me, the most important thing that we can do as a Christian is pray for someone. That's the best gift we can give them, is to pray for them. We seem to always want to pray during the bad situations, but pray during the good situations as well. Just call a friend up and pray for them. Send them a letter praying for them. Send them a text praying for them. Tell them that you're thinking about them, that you're behind them and what they're doing, and just give them some encouragement. I don't do that enough. That's one thing I want to do more in my life and with my kids and family and friends, is encourage them and support them through prayer. The Apostle Paul, he wrote to Timothy, and in 2 Timothy it says, no, it's actually 1 Timothy. First of all, then, I urge that entreaties and prayers, petitions and thanksgivings be made on behalf of all men. Then it goes on in verse 3 and says, this is good and acceptable in the sight of God our Savior. And basically what that means is we don't have to just pray for salvation. We can pray for all things that are important to us. And Jesus goes to the Lord on our behalf with that prayer. So, pray for our leaders, pray for our teachers, pray for our firemen, police, just everybody that's in those kind of positions. I don't feel like as a society we're doing that enough, but I won't get on a soapbox preaching. Just pray, 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 and good things will come from it. This is a 2-part episode. We're going to be back next week, so join us next week. We're going to be with our sponsor, Billy Blackburn, as he goes on a muzzleload hunt at the same place. We were all there at the same time. There were 7 of us, and 6 of us had success. And we'll also be with our family dentist, Brandon Beaver. He'll be out hunting, and he has a pretty weird thing happen. So come back next week. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for all your prayers. God bless you.
So far we have seen a real sickly raccoon and some kind of snake. I don't like none of them. So maybe the third animal will be the big time.
Closed captioning for Surrender Outdoors is provided by Tishomingo Chevrolet. We do what it takes.